Well, looks like the neighbours getting a good eyeful. They never miss much.
It's called neighbourhood watch, isn't it?
It's called being a nosy cow.
It's all right with me, her being nosy. She might have seen something.
Yeah, good thinking. I'll go and have a word with her. You can sort out the Tolmans.
Hang on. Let's just go in and find out what's happened first.
I don't want to be here.
It's their son who's the monster, not them. Oh, Mr. Tolman, P.C. Quinnan and P.C. Ackland, Sunhill burglary team.
Come in.
Thank you.
They got in the back way while we were out shopping. Smashed a window panel in the door so they could reach through, turn the key.
Not much point locking the door, sir, if you're going to leave the key in a lock.
When did this happen?
I gave all the details to the uniformed officer. Don't you people ever confer? We went out at 10 to 10, got back about 20 to 11.
Well, this is you and your wife, is it?
It's only my wife and I who live here at present.
How come there's no glass or anything on the floor?
My wife swept it up. She came in first while I was putting the car away. There's a mess upstairs, though. Your colleague told us to leave it.
Yes, we're going to need to look up there later on. Is Mrs. Tolman here now?
The front room. But she won't be able to tell you any more than I can.
How do you think they got in the back garden, sir?
Mrs. Tolman?
So short of money, and it's so difficult to get a job. I'm just
Mrs. Tolman?
I've got no freedom.
It's
It can get really
P.C.
depressing.
Ackland, Sunhill burglary team. I've come about the break-in.
People have gone to.
There's a public footpath on the other side of the fence. Even in normal times, we get yobbos climbing up.
What about the woman next door? Did she see anything?
She wasn't at home, she said.
It's a pity you cleared the mess up. It makes life harder for our Socko.
You're what?
Seeing a crimes officer.
Yes, well, some people do tidy up a mess. They were brought up that way. After our son was arrested, your colleague searched the house from top to bottom. They left it looking like a tip.
Well, I can't answer for our murder squad, Mr. Tolman. I'm here to investigate a burglary. Have you established yet what's been stolen?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I don't think that theft was the object of the exercise.
What was then?
Intimidation. They want to drive us out of Sunhill.
We've been getting phone calls too.
Abusive ones, you mean? Mm. Since when?
Since Kevin was arrested.
You haven't informed BT or the police?
Things seem to quieten down after a bit. Except for this one woman who keeps phoning.
You've no idea who she is?
Could be any of them.
Who do you mean?
People out there. Leave the curtains drawn. Please. She talks about natural justice. How we're guilty by association, and if we stay, we'll get what's coming to us.
Well, because of your son? Well, that's totally irrational.
It's what she says. Natural justice.
You really should have reported this, you know.
He wouldn't let me.
Who, your husband?
He said she'd get sick of it eventually and things would go back to normal.
Yes, but that's not the point. She's committing a serious criminal offence.
He's kidding himself anyway. Things will never be normal again. How can they be? After what Kevin did.
What about the other rooms in the house?
Untouched. Kevin's hobby. We build them together.
This was your son's room, yeah?
Is our son's room. We'll have it cleared up for when he returns. You assume he'll be found guilty. That seems to be the general view.
Like I said, Mr. Tolman, I'm here to investigate a break-in.
I know Wendy Charlton's already pronounced him guilty, but then you wouldn't expect her to be rational about it.
Wendy Charlton?
The mother of the boy who was murdered. She's got it in for us.
I used to like doing the shopping. It's a chance to get out of the house. My husband's never been one for mixing or having people round. Now we'll have to put treble locks on the doors and live like prisoners, day and night.
Your husband's not working, then?
Oh, they more or less ordered him to stay away. He'd have gone in otherwise. He's a personnel manager at Wakeham's. The plastics factory down the road.
Look, Mrs. Tolman, I know it's none of my business, but have you ever thought about speaking to anybody about all this? I mean, you're a doctor or a counsellor.
You mean about Kevin? I couldn't talk to a stranger about that. Anyway, what good would talking do?
It can help, you know. I mean, in many ways, you and your husband are also victims of your son's crime.
Crime? Our son hasn't been tried yet. Surely I don't need to remind a police officer that he's innocent until proven guilty.
Mr. Tolman...
But that is the basis of English law, isn't it? Or have I got it wrong?
The son's bedroom's been turned over. Mr. Tolman thinks it could have been Wendy Charlton,
Wendy Charlton?
the, mother of the boy.
What? Why did you have to tell him that? You had no right to. We don't know it was her.
She's been making threats, hasn't she? If you communicated with your colleagues, you'd know. He was taken to the police station 4 weeks ago for making threats against us.
I'll let DS Gregg know, then have a word with next door. Excuse me. Sierra Oscar from 340 receiving.
Alistair.
Dave Quinnan reckons that the idea might have been to intimidate the Tillmans.
That's par for the course. If they can't get their hands on the murderer, they'll settle for the relatives.
Wendy Charlton's name has been mentioned. Apparently she made threats against the Tillmans.
She went round there a few weeks ago, kicked up a bit of a scene. She'd been drinking. One of the neighbours called us. We brought Wendy in. It was the day after Kevin Tolman was sent for trial.
Was she charged?
She settled down after a while, so we let her go. Naturally, no one wanted to see her charged.
Naturally.
Thanks.
Yes, I remember Wendy Charlton turning up outside. It was 3-4 weeks ago. But surely you don't think it was her that broke in this morning? I mean, that would be awful.
We're not pointing the finger, we're just asking a few questions. Did you see anything?
I was at the gym, trying to shed some flab. No, I didn't get back till 10:30.
It happened between 9:50 and 10:40, according to Mr. Tolman.
Oh, trust him to be precise.
Yeah, he strikes me as the precise type.
Yeah, he can be a bit funny, but he's harmless. Mind you, that's what we all thought about his son. No, it's Pat I feel sorry for. I mean, she's such a sweet woman. So unfair.
How long have you lived next door to them, Mrs. Lewis?
Oh, 14, 15 years. Kevin would have been 8 when they moved in.
Same age as the murdered boy.
Oh. I nearly keeled over when I heard. I mean, you read about children getting murdered, but you think the men who do it live on a different planet.
Kevin Tolman, age 23, worked as a clerk in an insurance office. Quite unremarkable sort of a person, polite and pleasant.
And no previous.
A model citizen. In fact, we couldn't find anybody with a bad word for him. Until we discovered he'd strangled an 8-year-old. Unfortunately, he didn't just strangle the lad. Enticed him into the woods near a children's play area. Some mother saw a man hanging around. We didn't get any results at first. Unfortunately, it's not a very good likeness.
So what led you to him in the end?
Anonymous tip-off from a member of the public.
Has he confessed?
No, he's denied everything.
But there's no doubt.
No doubt whatsoever. The DNA scuppers him.
Actually, it's not so much Kevin Tolman I'm interested in, it's Wendy Charlton.
Oh, yeah?
You got to know her?
Yeah, very well.
Would she break into the Tolman's house and trash Kevin's room, would you think?
Well, she's very hot-headed, and she was a bit of a tearaway when she was young. But she reckoned that motherhood had calmed her down. She's a single parent. I mean, she was a single parent. Sam was her only child.
She was brought in here drunk a few weeks ago.
She'd got every reason to be drunk, Sarge.
I didn't say she hadn't.
Look, Sarge, would you like me to have a quiet word with her?
No, I'll talk to her myself. Don't worry, I won't be taking the thumb screws with me. Wendy Charlton, Detective Sergeant Gregg, Sandhill burglary team. Do you mind if I come inside? There's a few questions I have to ask you.
No, yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Well, watch your step. The place is a mess. I'm decorating, I'm afraid.
No problem.
I'll be with you in a moment. Did you say burglary?
Yeah.
I talked it over with Marlene. The idea of redecorating Sam's room. We figured I'll always have the memory of Sam. I don't need to keep a shrine to him.
Marlene?
My counsellor. My minder, as I call her. We can talk better in the kitchen. One of the neighbours been burgled, have they? Happens all the time round here. I thought I hadn't seen you before. It's Tosh Lines I got to know.
Yeah, I wasn't involved in the murder inquiry.
Coffee?
Yes, thank you.
Just as long as you're not here to tell me Kevin Tommins topped himself or something.
Why would you imagine that?
Well, a lot of them do, don't they? Once they're inside, when they realise there won't be any more opportunities. He'd better not top himself. I want him put up in court and found guilty. Then he can top himself.
Actually, it's not about Kevin Tolman. It's about his parents.
Them? Well, what about them?
Someone broke into their house this morning.
So, what's that got to do with me?
Broke in and vandalised their son's bedroom.
What are you getting at? Look, if it's what I think...
Wendy, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you this. Where were you between 10 to 10 and 20 to 11 this morning?
I don't believe this. After what their son did to my son, they've got the nerve to accuse me!
No one is accusing you.
Why would I want to break into their house? It's the last house on earth I'd want to set foot in.
That's not how you felt 4 weeks ago.
What?
You went to their house.
Oh, yeah, I did,
So
but...
you don't deny that you made threats against Mr. and Mrs. Tolman
Threats?
when you were taken to Sunhill Police Station?
Look, I might have. I was letting off steam, that's all. But if I had planned on doing them damage, oh, I'd make a proper job of it. I'd burn their house down.
Yeah, all right, Wendy.
The nerve of those people.
Look, let's just take this slowly, yeah? Now, if you can provide me with a satisfactory answer, then there's no problem.
And if I can't? I was here. I haven't been out today. I've been decorating.
You were here on your own, and there's no one can confirm that.
No. Oh, hang on. Marlene phoned at some point.
Your counsellor? What's her surname?
Ross.
Where can I contact her?
She works at the health centre in Wicklow Gardens.
Can you remember the exact time she called?
No. Must have been around 10:15. We had a laugh about the love story that had been on the radio at 10. It's not much of an alibi, though, is it?
Listen, Wendy, no one wants to cause you more grief than you've already had.
Just as well. No one could.
They're usually loners.
Who?
Child killers. Can't form proper relationships. I've been reading this book on psychology.
You fancy yourself in that line of work, do you?
You don't need a degree in psychology to tell you that a child killer's got a personality problem.
Spartan 1 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Yeah, go ahead, George.
Are you still anywhere near Mr. and Mrs. Tolman's?
Well, we're about 3 or 4 minutes away. Why?
There's a disturbance reported outside their house.
No.
OK, we'll get back there.
It's not our job to deal with disturbances.
You never know, it might be connected with the break-in.
Thought we'd seen the last of the gruesome twosome. I think that's one of child.
Open this door! Open this door, you pig!
No, look, I want you to leave already, now, just leave!
Hey, what's going on here?
She's been drinking, I can smell it on her breath!
All right, that's enough! That's enough!
Wendy, now go with us!
Leave me alone!
Come on, Wendy, come on!
You think you're so superior, but your son murdered my little boy!
Are you all right?
I want her charged.
Oh, look, Mr. Tolman, you were asked to wait until our scenes of crime officer had been.
You're not going to charge her, are you?
Oh, I hope it doesn't come to that.
There's just no end to it.
I don't have to put up with that sort of abuse.
No.
She's unhinged.
Yeah, OK, Mr. Tolman. Look, do you still want to go ahead and press charges?
She assaulted me, you saw it. Since everyone else around here is screeching for justice to be done, why shouldn't I? No, I don't want her charged. And I don't want her coming round here again either.
Yeah, June's in with Mr. Tolman now.
Officer, is she all right?
Yeah, she's just a bit worked up, that's all.
Poor woman. I'm sure it wasn't her who broke in. I haven't seen her around here since that other time.
But you weren't around this morning, so you wouldn't know whether she was here or not.
No, but...
No, I'm sure we'll get it all sorted out if you'd just like to go back inside. Does he want her charged? Well, he's not all bad.
Oh, come on, give him a break.
What?
Well, all right, so he's not feeling very chirpy, would you? What are we going to do with Wendy?
Well, I wouldn't let her wander off. In her present mood, she's a danger to herself, never mind the Tolmans.
Yeah, Dave and June are taking Wendy Charlton back home, Sarge. They thought perhaps her counsellor should know what's happened.
Don't worry, I'll go back and pick her up, take her over there myself.
Received, Sarge.
Yeah, well... Oh, it's all right, I'll get it. Oh, how is she? She's a bit calmer now, come in.
She's confirmed that she phoned Wendy around 10:15.
Does that put Wendy in the clear?
Theoretically, she could still have done it. She doesn't live that far from the Tolman. She could have been there and back either side of the phone call.
She'd have been hard pushed, though, wouldn't she? I mean, she's got to break in, then trash the bedroom.
Yeah. And she couldn't have known in advance they'd be out shopping. Wendy?
If you're going to charge me, can we get it over with?
You're not being charged, Wendy. Mrs. Ross has confirmed you were here.
I told you I was.
Didn't help matters, though, storming over to the Tolmans.
I lost my rag.
The best thing would be for you to stay clear of the Tolmans, agreed?
I suppose I shouldn't be taking it out on them.
Was that what you had in mind the last time you went over there?
That was weeks ago.
You don't feel that way anymore?
All she wants to do is get her life back together.
Mrs. Ross.
I did have it in for him at first. But we talked it over, didn't we? And we figured I was just taking out my own guilt feelings on them.
Well, what have you got to feel guilty about?
Because I wasn't around when Kevin Tolman killed Sam. Because I let Sam go off on his own.
Wendy.
I know.
There's only one guilty party, Wendy.
But the way I saw it, they were responsible too. It's like the neighbour said, they brought him up. And how can you live in the same house as someone and not know he's twisted?
Neighbour?
The woman next door to him.
Mrs. Lewis. You know her then?
The other time I went round there, they weren't there, but she was. And she told me what she thinks of him.
And what does she think of them?
What I've just told you.
What else did she say?
That if there was any justice, they'd answer for what their son did.
Now, that's interesting, because the woman who's been making the phone calls has a thing about justice.
What did this Mrs. Lewis say to you, Dave?
She said she was at the gym.
Did you check it out?
Well, she wasn't an immediate suspect, Sarge.
Right, let's check it out now.
You didn't tell me you spoke to Wendy Charlton that time she turned up outside.
Why should I have told you? You were asking about the break-in.
We know it was someone who wanted the Tolmans to leave the area. Like Wendy Charlton, for instance.
What? You can't put the blame on Wendy Charlton.
Why not? I understand you were at the gym when the break-in occurred.
Yes.
Do you mind telling us the name of the gym?
You mean I'm under suspicion?
We need to check.
It's the gym in Bream Lane. I'm a member. They'll tell you I'm there most mornings.
Presumably they'll have a record of the people who used the gym this morning.
I've really no idea.
Yeah, but as a regular, you must have seen someone who can confirm you were there?
Possibly. I can't remember whether I did or not.
Yeah. I don't think it's your memory that's at fault, Mrs. Lewis. I'm more inclined to think you didn't go to the gym this morning. I think you stayed right here while the Tolmans went out.
So you think it was me that broke in? Do I look like a master criminal?
The person who broke in next door certainly was not a master criminal. We expect to find plenty of forensic evidence.
I can't believe you're treating me like this. I've been a good neighbour to the Tolmans for years. And now I'm the one being treated like a criminal.
Oh, so you think it's the Tolmans who should be paying?
It's true you wanted them to move out, isn't it? What's the problem, Mrs. Lewis?
I'm the one who wants to move. I can't afford the mortgage since my husband died. But you try selling a house with the parents of a child murderer next door.
Gillian Lewis, I'm arresting you for breaking and entering. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
It never occurred to me you put the blame on Wendy Charlton.
Why should that bother you?
I'd have it on my conscience.
And the Tolmans?
They should have moved away from Sunhill for God's sake. It would have been the decent thing to do.
Natural justice. Look, I won't be a minute.
Right.
Do you mind not manhandling me? It's embarrassing enough with all the neighbours looking on.
Mr. Tolman, could I have a quick word with your wife? Mr. Tolman?
She's upstairs. She's been touching the things in this room. I told her not to.
I don't think we'll need to do forensic tests after all.
I don't give a damn about that. She's no right to touch his things.
Mrs. Tolman?
He was clever with his hands. Fingers like a watchmaker. Now, the drawing they put out of the person they were looking for, it wasn't a good likeness. The face of evil. That's how the newspapers described it. But that's the Kevin I remember.
Mrs. Tolman, you'll be pleased to know that Wendy Charlton is in the clear.
Oh, good. She's suffered enough.
Losing a son. It must be very hard to come to terms with.
I had no choice.
What do you mean?
He might have killed another child.
Are you saying that you tipped off the police?
My husband said I was mad. Said I should put the idea out of my head. Said it couldn't possibly be Kevin they were looking for.
Does he know you phoned them?
He said, how could any mother think that about her own son? But the moment the thought entered my mind, I knew beyond all doubt it was Kevin.